Let's have some tea to keep us going. Very good. And I think I heard Freya. Hi everybody, and welcome to our YouTube channel. We are, as always, your hosts Arne and Carlos, and today we bring you the 7th episode of the Arne and Carlos Daily Knitting Quarantine Podcast. Hang on, I think I said it wrong.
But not daily, it's like weekly. No, it's like...
It's daily.
But not during the weekend.
No, but on weekdays.
But
I think I said it wrong, so let's try again. Hi everybody, and welcome to our YouTube channel, where as always, your hosts Arne and Carlos, and today we bring the 7th episode of the Arne and Carlos Daily Quarantine Knitting Podcast. There you go. We're here and ready to entertain you for another 30 minutes, as we've been doing on a daily basis. From Monday to Fridays, we have been taking a break on Saturdays. And then on Sundays, we post a regular episode on our YouTube channel, the same as we've been doing throughout the whole time that we've had the channel. Mm-hmm. And again, we are out of bed, shower, do our hair, select a nice shirt. And you know what I'm liking?
You know, that's the only highlight during
No. We have more highlights. But I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what I'm liking so much about this. I'm liking that I can go into the wardrobe and I can select all those shirts that mysteriously shrunk from the stomach down, because sitting here, nobody can see how tight this shirt is.
But you have button up all the way down.
I have, yeah. And I'm kind of holding my breath and stretching my back. If I look taller, it's because I have to stretch, because if I do that, the buttons might pop out. But anyway, the good thing about being filmed from here and up is that I can wear all these shirts that mysteriously shrunk in the closet and are too tight around the stomach. I don't know how that happened.
I don't know.
No.
Some fabrics shrinks.
They do, yeah. When you don't wear them too much, they tend to shrink.
Because you never change, do you?
No, I'm always the same.
Always.
So yeah, that's the highlight of my day, getting up in the morning. But it is great.
What's the highlight of the last 24 hours?
Well, getting up in the morning, taking a shower, and preparing myself to do the knitting podcast that we've been doing. The reason we're doing this podcast, for you who are just tuning in, is because we were put in quarantine on March 13th. And we've been in quarantine since March 14th, pretty much. And in order to have something to do, in order to have a purpose in our life, we decided to do a podcast, a daily podcast, and we decided to do a knit-along as well. What are you laughing about?
One of the highlights is just to put on a shirt in the morning.
Well,
that's a bit crazy.
That and making you your chicken soup without chicken.
And the chicken soup without chicken. That's like, how can we actually talk about something? That's kind of...
I don't know.
Amazing.
It's pretty amazing.
We have talked about things for how many days now?
Well, this is the 7th day.
The 7th days without anything happening.
But we still managed to fill a 30-minute podcast every day. It's amazing.
Today, but let's talk about the weather.
Okay.
It's gray outside.
Yeah, weather the past weekend, the weather was amazing, but it started to get gray on Monday. Today we are on Tuesday, and now it's pretty gray.
And you know what's good when it's gray?
What's good when it's gray?
It gets warmer indoors, because we have this floor heating and there's like a sensor on the wall.
Outside, yeah.
If it's minus 10 outside and the sun is shining on that sensor, it stopped working.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So then it's very cold indoors. But today, when it's gray, there's no sun heating up the sensor. So now it's quite... No, the temperature is good.
Yeah, Sunday was pretty cold here. I mean, this is the time of the year when it happens, because this is the time of the year when the sun starts to shine directly on that sensor outdoors. And this is the time of the year we have to remember to go out. Usually what we do is we look for an old cardboard box, and we take the cardboard box and some of those tags, thumb tags they were called, and you just thumb tag it onto the wall, the cardboard over the sensor, so that the sensor is then shaded. And we didn't do that this weekend. And usually this time of the year it happens that we have to go out and do it. So luckily now it's gray, so it's warmer indoors. But let's remember, I think I'm going to put that down in my to-do list, which is quite empty. Look for box. I'm sure I'll remember that. What?
Okay. I don't know. I guess a lot of people are like in a situation like this right now.
Yeah, where they have
not much happens.
I think, listen, there's a lot happening here. We're doing our podcast. We're getting up in the morning. We're taking our shower. We're choosing shirts. I've got a to-do list with one thing on it. Look for a cardboard box. And a very close friend of Arne and me, and this is a tip for you guys, a very close friend of ours who has helped us tremendously throughout the years with our business and other things, and who we love to death. She told us a long, long time ago that when you get up in the morning, make a to-do list. And then once you start doing the things on your to-do list, you just scratch them out, and it makes you feel so accomplished by the end of the day.
You do it all the time.
You know, after she suggested this, and after started to do it, I love having a to-do list.
I tried it also. I think it works, actually.
Yeah.
Like, if I have a lot of things I have to do, sometimes I do the list.
Yeah. Wait, hang on. I have another one. Choose.
You're busy.
Shirt.
I have another one because since we're not going anywhere, I've been looking at the roof in the bathroom.
Oh, the ceiling.
The ceiling. I think we need to paint.
It needs a good coat of paint, for sure.
So as soon as we can get out to get some paint, we should paint.
Yeah. So you see, paint. I'm going to put that on my list as well. Paint.
Don't write too hard because the camera is moving.
Oh, sorry. Paint. Bathroom. Walls. You see now?
And there's another thing. I have to go down and pick it up. We found the jigsaw puzzle we haven't made.
1,000 pieces.
This is something we shall work on.
Yeah, we bought this.
Antique toys. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Love.
And we bought this one just before Christmas. This Christmas we had this puzzle mania. We were last year we were in the USA, and towards the end of our trip when we were in Vermont, we found a really nice puzzle, 1,000 pieces. So we bought that and we did it together just before Christmas. Then Arne, because when Arne does one and he kind of gets into it, he just can't get enough. So he went out and got a second puzzle
with a beetle,
which was a puzzle of a beetle.
And I did something I never thought I would do. I glued the puzzle on the carton, and now it's framed in the garage.
In the garage, yeah. So first puzzle Arne and I did together. Second puzzle, when I started suggesting, pieces that could go together, I saw Arne's giving me that look, like, I love the beetle more than you, so this is mine. So in the end, I kind of withdrew a little bit. I think I helped you a little bit.
But this we can do together.
This one we'll do together for sure.
I love these antique toys.
Yeah. So this will be our...
Then we have to clean up, because now there's yarn and seeds and stuff everywhere.
Well, that's true, yeah. But we could use the kitchen table. But then
we'd have no place to eat.
Yeah, or write the blogs that we do from the kitchen table. We'll figure it out. We still have a few more days in quarantine. So you see, great plans. We've got the puzzle. We've got the painting of the bathroom ceiling. We need to go out with a cardboard and stick it onto the wall outside. And the other thing I put on my list, choose shirts for tomorrow. And now I have a lot of things I can scratch out of my list, gradually as I do them. And I'll feel so much better in the evening. And I promise you, do your lists, scratch out what you do, and that will make you feel better too, I promise. It's all about going into normality while we are in this very unnormal situation. And we're doing these podcasts and we're doing the knit-along because we really feel the need to have a knitting community support us. And we want to support a community of people, and we want to show you guys that we can do this together even if we're isolated. So our what we've been saying is that we may be isolated, but we're not alone. And with you out there joining in on this knit-along and listening to our podcast, we really feel connected. It's incredible, Arne. Have you been to Instagram lately?
Yeah.
Have you seen all the patches that people put out there? They do
that's nice.
Quarantine knitting. They tag us. We go in. We see everything that's going on. And I showed you the Facebook group, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
It's so amazing. There are so many great things there. We're going to talk about them in a while. But I just want to recap the 24 hours since we podcasted the last time. So, what did we do? We had dinner.
dinner, and
I made you your soup without chicken again.
You did.
You're loving that a lot.
And we've been watching the Vikings on HBO.
Yeah.
And
we kind of got bored with it after a few seasons. We got bored, but now that we're stuck here, we figure we'll see it until the end. And then after Vikings, we're going to look for some good shows. Do you have any shows to recommend us? We'd love it if you put your recommendations in the comments fields, because at some point we might run out of topics, and then we could probably talk about TV shows that people love. So that would be a good idea.
And I'm watching YouTube videos when I'm knitting, because that project I started this weekend, which I have to do over again.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm like in front of this computer with the chart on the screen, and I'm knitting, and then I have YouTube up in the corner.
Yeah.
And I've been watching Abandoned House.
Oh yeah. That came up on my YouTube feed yesterday, and I think
really some of the videos are really bad, because there's like camera going like.
Well, kind of like when we do it.
Yeah, but I like, it's so cool to see all these houses, and some of them is like people just left.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Well, usually I have to put a disclaimer here. We don't do cameras that go like that in our YouTube channel, because Eric is really good at holding the camera. Usually Eric is here filming with us.
Eric every day.
Well, he's part of the team.
Yeah.
Hi, Eric. Hope you're doing okay in Oslo. Eric is in quarantine with his children and his wife. And we send him all these things by email. And then he puts them together for us. But usually when we do our YouTube, Eric is here. And he holds the camera really steady. So we never have videos that go like that. Today we're going to do a video, though. We're going to show you how to steam. And it will probably be like that, but that'll be because I'm holding the camera, and I'm sure Eric will be able to fix it somehow once he gets the videos. So yeah, okay. So you've been watching YouTube. We watched the HBO show.
Mm-hmm.
Then this morning we got up. I cooked porridge.
Yes.
I have different kinds of porridges that I like doing. I'm going to show you the book that I use tomorrow, and then we can talk a little bit more about the toppings for the porridge. And usually it's kind of like with Arne's situation, the coffee thing, that he wants to change it up every day to keep things exciting. I actually want to do the same with my toppings for the porridge. The problem, though, is that our friends Ausra and Audrius, they bring us food. And they bring us food according to what I send them. I send them a list, and then they bring us what is on the list. And now it's quite difficult to change it up, because if I don't remember a topping for the porridge, I'll forget the dinner that I wanted to do in 3 days. I'm a really bad planner, so I realized that we only have toppings for 2 different kinds of porridges. But let's keep that for tomorrow. We'll talk about porridge tomorrow. But anyway, it's my favorite thing to eat. I love porridge in the morning.
That's good.
And I drink tea. I'm not a coffee drinker. How about you, Arne, in the morning? You do eat a little bit before I do, don't you? Sometimes.
No, that's only if I wake up really early.
What do you have then? Whoops.
Sorry.
There was a little bit of a cough there, but you're okay now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
But I'm always prepared in case. Yeah. I have paper.
Yeah, but the cough that you were having the other day is completely gone, almost. So you're okay now. Pretty good. So what do you have for breakfast when I'm not there?
I have instant noodles.
Oh.
Or knäckebröd. What's that?
So knäckebröd is a typical Scandinavian bread. It's crisp and it's usually flat, actually it looks like this, like a phone. It's flat like that, and it's hard. So it's crunchy, and then you put butter, and you can put like cheese or liver pate or salami or something.
Then I put the brown cheese on top.
Yeah,
the Norwegian brown cheese.
Yeah.
We call it red cheese. But it's also brown cheese.
Oh, yeah. In a couple of weeks' time, we're going to be talking about brown cheese in our regular YouTube channel. We've got a great cooking video.
Well, and is that a secret?
Oh, yeah, it's a secret. Whoops. I did it again.
No, you didn't say anything.
No. I talked about brown cheese, though, so I kind of did.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah, we've got a cooking video coming up. It's a big secret.
You're so good with secrets.
Don't tell anybody. Okay, Arne, so... That was the breakfast thing. What else? So we're going to do puzzles. We're going to paint. We're going to go out and put that thing on the wall.
a thing on the wall.
Get the mail in case.
Yeah, I know there's no car next to the post box.
So you've already been observing the situation.
Always. That's like the highlight of the day.
Yeah.
Is there a car?
Yeah, no. Yeah, let me see. Wow, you can't see it from here, can you? But yeah, is there a car? Is there not a car? Freya likes her walk, so we are going out with her. I think that she feels that there is something different happening.
I think she does, and
she behaves in a different way now. She's more annoyed with the moose outside. I think she's kind of protecting us. We're cocooned in this house, and now she's really, really territorial. So we've had to put her in another room so that she's not in this room with us. And she's probably sitting, looking at the door, very annoyed with us that we've excluded her from the podcast.
Don't burp.
It happens. I've had too much liquids in I think a very short amount.
This was so strong. This is one of Carlos' magic drinks.
Yeah, honey, lemon, and tea, which is good for you with that throat that you had a couple of days ago.
But maybe I should stop drinking it because now this makes me cough.
Yeah. So guys, if you have other suggestions for other things that we can do and other shows that we can watch while we are in quarantine, let us know. We have HBO, we have Netflix, and we have Amazon Prime. So we do have a lot of channels. The problem with having all these channels is that we just keep doing this and trying to find something, and we can never find something in the end. But I'm sure there's some really good shows out there that you'd be able to recommend us. So please let us know.
So
okay,
what's next? What more do you have?
Well, on my other list, I have a few more things. I want to shout out to some of the people that have been posting images on our Facebook group. I love what I've been seeing. And this time we've done it a little bit different because, change is good, especially in the situation we're in now. So I picked 5 different things that I want to... No, I haven't. I want to showcase these people and what they've done. And I want to show them to Arne. And I want you, Arne, to comment them. And then we'll see if we're thinking about the same thing or not.
Okay, so
let's,
the first one.
Let's start with number 1. Arne, tell me, what do you think of this one?
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yes, isn't it?
I like the shades of green. They're all greenish.
Well, there's blue. The dark one. There's a green, blue, olive, or maybe it's a gray. But it's really nice, isn't
beautiful.
It? But do you see what Melissa Ovedia is writing?
Yeah, she's been sick during quarantine.
Well, we hope you're feeling better, Melissa.
Hope you feel better.
But then, listen. Read, sorry.
I'm a total beginner. This is my 3rd project ever.
We can't believe that. There's no way.
No way.
Well, actually, we do believe it.
Yeah, we believe it, but...
It's fantastic, Melissa.
You see, people... No, like what did he say? Like Pippi Longstocking?
Yeah, Pippi Longstocking says, I've never done it before, so I'm sure I'm going to manage beautifully.
I can do it.
And Melissa, that's something that you're embodying here. When you write that you're a total beginner and that your first patch was a struggle that took all day. But think about it. The first patch was such a struggle. It took you all day. And by the end of the day, you had completed it. And now you are killing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how quick it goes when you first get into it. It's like peanuts.
But you're totally killing it, Melissa. And it really is the saying goes, practice makes perfect. You are really doing a lot of practice and making more and more progress as you go. You also say that your palette is a little bit boring because you don't have much of a stash, but actually I like the muted palette. Everything doesn't have to be colorful. And maybe this is a little bit of the, I'm sure that this is your stash because you love these colors and they go very well together. So good for you. Keep going.
Thanks for the virtual hugs.
Yes.
It's hugs for you.
Yeah. We're doing virtual hugs now because we can't do
no
hugging anymore. Yeah, life is going to be changing dramatically after this virus. Believe me that, Arne. Society and everything is going to change completely after we get through
maybe
this.
we go back to normal.
Oh, we'll see.
You never know.
Anyway, let's go to screenshot number 2.
Nice.
Leanne Robbins. So tell me.
I like the different colors on the lid.
Yeah, that's
really
the reason why I chose this one.
That's beautiful.
And Leanne is an Irish healthcare worker who has been sent home to isolate, awaiting results of a COVID test from a patient.
Oh.
And I'm glad, Leanne, that you have been able to entertain yourself at home with the patches that we provided you. And again, another new beginner. Leanne writes, I'm very new to this type of knitting and I'm enjoying the podcast very much. Since Friday, I've learned how to deal with floats and how to block, and I've perhaps been overambitious in the love square, as despite blocking, it's pretty bumpy and kind of warped, but it doesn't matter.
No.
We love it, and that's why I took it out of the Facebook group, because I really love the colors. You've done a great job, and we want to thank you, Leanne, for all the important work you're doing in this crisis. We think that the true heroes throughout this epidemic in the whole world are all the healthcare workers that are actually putting themselves last to help people out in this difficult time. So thank you so much for all you do for us. And kudos on your beautiful work.
Beautiful.
Keep the good work, and I'm so glad that we're able to support you with this project. Okay, shall we go to screenshot number 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a cute picture.
So we've got Oudi Valkonen. Her name is from Finland, for sure. It's a Finnish name. So hi, Oudi. Oh, I think it is. Loving this one. Tell me why,
It's
Arne.
beautiful. Oh, I like all the colors. The
Yeah.
rainbow colors. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I love the rainbow idea. It's kind of like inclusivity, isn't it? Rainbow, inclusivity. And then, of course, the love in white. So you're doing the contrast. We've been featuring a lot of patches where the letters or the design would have been in a colorful yarn, in like a variated colored yarn, and then the background would have been in a solid. And here it's the opposite. But yeah, the rainbow. I mean, rainbows make people happy, don't they?
Nice.
So it's really, really nice.
Yeah.
I think that's what you were gonna.
Nice cat. Also.
Yeah, I think maybe I told you what was nice about it.
Yeah.
But actually, you're supposed to tell me. So, do you agree, or is there something else?
I agree. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I
cute,
like this one.
cute cat too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to screenshot 4. Again, this is a great
Iris.
screenshot, Arne. Tell me why this is so great.
It's beautiful. Well, is it crochet?
Yes, it is.
It's all crochet.
Yep.
You see, but like we said, you could crochet.
Of course
but
you
we
can.
never tried, but
You can.
Iris know how to do it.
Yeah. You see, this
So,
project,
Then it's for everybody.
Yeah, on a daily basis, what we are discovering is that this project is absolutely for everyone out there. If you don't knit and if you don't crochet, do cross stitch, embroidery, if that's your thing. If you're a crocheter, look, you can crochet the
And
patches.
this is probably, is it single crochets?
It looks like single crochets to
Yeah.
me. If you don't want to knit color work, knit the background and purl the pattern, right? If you are a new beginner, knit your blocks and then embroider them with duplicate stitch. I'm realizing on a daily basis, Arne, that there's no excuse here.
No.
Everybody who wants to join can join, and we don't need to let anybody feel like they're outside. If you are
But
double
this is
knitting,
really- I
if
think
you are
this is
single
really
knitting,
beautiful.
if you're doing crochet, it's all great. Yeah, this is gorgeous.
It's really nice when it's crochet.
Good work, Iris, and thank you so much for posting this so that we could feature you on our podcast. And then finally, I want to bring out the last one, screenshot number 5, which is
This is like hard rock.
Lupita Alayo from Mexico is doing this.
Mexico. We
One of our
love
favorite
Mexico.
countries to travel
Yes.
to.
I
Not
don't
right
think
now.
we will go there for a while.
No,
That's sad.
I don't think we'll be going anywhere.
But
I mean,
this looks like rock and roll.
Yeah.
It's burning. That's
Yeah.
cool. So cool.
loving the color difference from the bottom to the top.
Yeah.
That's why I like this one so much. Very eye-catching.
And what does she say?
She says, clue number 2 is done. I think I am improving. I followed the counsel or the advice by looking at the knitting tutorials. I'm in love with the result, and I love it when I see it from different angles. So yeah, we have to start looking at the different angles.
It's beautiful, Lupita.
Yeah, Lupita. Muy bonito. Muchas gracias por poner esto en el Facebook. estamos muy contentos de verlo. I don't know if Lupita speaks English. I thought I would say in Spanish that we thought it was lovely.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, we've got 5 really, really nice things. And yeah, we won't be going to Mexico for a long time. And imagine it, today we were going to be in Singapore and we would land in Sydney tomorrow. And look at us, sitting here in quarantine wearing fabulous shirts instead. It sucks.
What can we do?
It sucks, but talk about trying to make the most out of a bad situation. Anyway, now we're going to go to the next thing, which is the steaming.
Yes.
And we're going to be doing this dogme style. Got my phone here. So Arne, join me in the kitchen.
Yes.
And we will show everybody how to steam.
And then we will be back and show you the finished block. Place.
Okay.
If they're a little bit uneven. And then when on the sides, you have to pull this out so you're sure that the stitches are nice.
Okay, perfect. So you're pulling on all 4 sides pretty much.
No, only the sides.
Only the sides.
The sides, not the bottom and the top.
The bottom and the top you just stretch a little.
Yeah. See,
Okay.
then I have like this line pressed out. Then I place a wet towel on top.
Okay.
And I press this out again.
And so how wet is the towel?
Oh, this is soaking wet.
Soaking wet.
And then a hot iron on top.
Ah. And it's actually the steam that is doing
You see now it flattens out.
Yeah, perfect.
And then I do the same on this side. Just pull it out.
Okay, let me zoom you in. I'm on my phone. This is not Eric doing this.
But you're so good.
Maybe Eric is going to be worried about his future employment. No, I don't think so. Eric, we miss you.
So.
Okay. So zooming you out a little. Wet towel goes over.
Like
yep.
This. And then it's time to go from the right side. And you see, it gets more like a
square.
A square.
Yeah,
is
I
that
can see that.
kvadrat in square?
Kvadrat.
Yeah. Because when it's not pressed, it's more like this, like rectangular. But when you press it out,
you can start shaping it as well a little bit.
Yeah, and you see, when you put these patches together, they will stay in shape.
Yeah.
So
let's see you do that.
So put this on top.
And what's actually shaping what's actually shaping the square now is the heat, the steam.
Yeah.
And you don't have to press that hard if you don't want to. But it doesn't matter. As long as you have the cloth over it, it should be okay.
And it has to be wet. If not, you're going to burn everything.
Yeah, and the steam is when you create that steam with a wet tile, that's when everything kind of...
See, now it's really soft and easy to shape. And I see a lot of people also pin them. That can be helpful for this kind of
pinning is pretty good for this as well. It's a little bit more time consuming. It will take a little longer because then you soak the square and then you let it dry.
Yeah.
But the result will be exactly the same. You will be able to shape it. I don't think Eric is going to be unemployed. After all, I made a big thing. I pressed the button. It was recording. I managed to record part of it and then suddenly the camera stopped. So here we are with the second attempt. The problem is the square is already done. So we will just have to make do with what we have, Arne.
But I'm just finishing.
So do you want to do a final...
Yeah, I just put this on top again.
So one more time, just in case.
Time. And you see the cast on and the bind off is rolling a little bit in like this, but when you sew it together with something else, it stays in place.
Yeah.
So all the patches should be squares when they're finished.
Oh, very nice. Look at that steam coming. And we've talked about this in a tutorial, how yarn, especially fibers like wool and alpaca, how they love steam. So when you're steaming, it's like putting conditioner in your hair. It kind of is the same thing. Now, Arne,
That's it.
that's it. But no, it's not quite it, because I noticed something very interesting while you were doing this. Could you please turn your wrists around? Ah, there you go. Yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys. You are wearing the cufflinks that you bought last year when we were at Highgrove.
Yeah.
Yeah, very lovely. Love all the little details. I'm sure people want to see a close-up of your shirt as well, that we were talking about in the beginning of the episode with the bulldogs.
You have to dress up, you know?
Yeah, we have to do our best to keep the morale high during these difficult times.
So, that's it.
That's it, people.
Now you know how to steam.
Definitely. Okay, everybody, we are back at our seats.
And
here is the clue.
Today.
And this one here is very cute. We've used brown and a very pale blue. And it reminds us of the clematis that we have. We have alpine clematis growing on our porch. And every 3 years we have a big argument, Arne and me, about whether we should cut it down or not. I am for cutting it.
You like to cut down things.
And Arne is like, no, look at it. It's growing so
I like it
beautiful.
when it's like overgrown and it looks like a
Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty.
Like the palace
Like
Sleeping
a
Beauty.
fairy tale.
The problem though is when you don't cut it down, it kind of gets very thick and you can't see out to the lake. And also, after a while, the flowers are only in the top, and then the roots below you can see you can see them and it doesn't look nice. So
But
one
then
year,
it gets very beautiful when it comes back. It gets thicker.
and one year, a few years ago, I cut it down completely. Arne was so upset with me. He was really not having it. But by the end of the summer, he was like, oh, wow, I'm so glad you cut it down because look, it looks so much better now.
And then next year it was full of flowers.
Yeah. So in honor of that conversation that we had and in honor of our beautiful clematis, here is clue number 7 of the great mystery knit-along that we have here. This is clematis. We are posting the pattern on our pattern page. Go to arnecarlos.com/blog and select it there. Now we have to split up the posts, or the weeks, because otherwise the YouTube channel will be too big, or the pattern page will be too big. So you'll find patterns for clues number 1 to 5 in the post below. Patterns for clues 6 to 10, which is this week. So part 1 last week, and now part 2 this week. I'm indicating on the pattern pages where you can find the others. So hopefully it's not too complicated, and hopefully with a little bit of detective work, you will be able to get it. So go to arnecarlos.com, get our patterns there. And yes, I guess that we need to talk about the formalities again.
Yeah. So if you like the video, put your thumb up or down if you don't like it.
If you don't like it, it's okay with us. We don't care. We like the engagement. Although I think that in these hard times, we can all support each other and we can all press like, right? Because we are helping you out and you are helping us out. It's collective. We love it. Okay?
Okay. And remember to put on your notifications.
Why?
Because then you get the message.
And what's that good for?
Because then every time there's a new video, you get a message.
And
that's what you get.
Yeah.
And you don't miss an episode.
Bingo! That's what I wanted him to say. You never miss an
write
episode.
this down.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. Look at me. I do lists. You should do a list too. And then what else?
See you next time.
Well, yeah. And remember to subscribe to the ever-growing family of Arne and Carlos friends. It's a big family now. And it is a very loving family. Just look at the comments on all our podcasts that we've done for the past week and a half. Look at the Facebook group page, which is full of love. Look at our Instagram. It's a great community, and we are helping each other get out of this crisis one stitch at a time. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, now let's go get Freya. Freya! Oh, I closed the door.